you can obviously read. So, basically, the causes and points of this I will explain. Due to the kangaroo DNA, it can not only jump, but this thing's two tails have enough muscle to support its own body weight, but only for a short amount of time, just enough for it to be able to kick its opponent. Has some insanely deadly horns because of, who would have guessed, Triceratops. And its tail consists of Ankylosaurus, Scorpion, and Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus, and Scorpion, along with a box jellyfish, poison, and it has a certain very amusing kind of armor. The armadillo armor is it has something to do with the armor of it, but it has let's just say its armor is unique. It has a thin but a little bit thick layer. A thin but strong is a better way of putting it. Yeah, it has a thin but strong layer which is the outside layer armor. But then right under that, here's what I would like to call false flesh. False flesh is basically blood gets pumped into it. Blood gets pumped into it, but it doesn't. But when it's damaged, it doesn't feel pain due to the fact that there are no nerves or anything inside of this false flesh layer. But it will squirt blood, making its opponent think it's done damage, or at least if they didn't hit hard enough, making its opponent underestimate it. And it has some giraffe DNA, allowing it to whale its head around for fast evadance and also for some very deadly attacks. Tyrannosaurus is kind of obvious because of its long claws. Now, I know its arms may seem bulky, but believe me, this thing can move its arms fast. And with its tails, that little red edge is its poison part. And it is, let's say it's pretty deadly to get hit by and easy. With the fact of its head being larger than its neck and with the giraffe DNA, it can easily flare its head back and stab its opponent if it's on top of it. Okay, another thing is that, you see, with the dung beetle and squirrels are very agile, and dung beetles can lift over 1,000 and I'm pretty sure it was 755 times their own weight, if I'm correct. That's very impressive. With the chimpanzee DNA, it gives this monstrosity insane intelligence. And with its armor, under that false flesh is an insanely thick layer of armor. Consists of the armor from every single species that is involved in this. It basically combines all the armor that they have in any way into one layer. So, you know how dogs have like that little, how you can roll up their skin? That allows them to be agile and stuff. Yeah, this thing basically has that too. But it doesn't necessarily have rolled up skin, it just has extra skin. And it's not like a too much extra skin, but the extra skin is right directly under the first layer of armor, so just above the false flesh. Also, with its trick, it has a little patch in its throat that basically sprays blood into it when its false flesh is hit at a way to where, and it's fusing up blood to where that would cause blood coming out the mouth, it would immediately dispatch blood from the mouth, causing it to look even more true. With that also being said, this thing is obviously a demon. Not a demon. Monstrosity. Yeah. Man, this thing's horrible. It's pretty bad. And, this thing's got a lot to it. Ant is because they can also lift things bigger than them. Just add a little more strength. And bull, because this thing will absolutely ram into its opponents. And with the chimpanzee DNA, it can also go on all fours. You may think, oh, it'll stab itself walking like that. Well, that's the thing. You see, it doesn't go straight. It goes more out to the right for the left arm, and then up, and then down. And for the left arm, it goes to the left side, up, and then down. So it kind of spreads its arms out in a way to where it doesn't need to bend its wrist. And also, with the kangaroo, it allows this thing not only to jump, kick, but also spring forward. So, yeah. You see, this thing is an abomination. A weapon meant for war. And you see all this yellow on it? That's where a majority of its venom is stored. These little sacks. So if you were to hit it, at least hard enough in these sacks, since they have insane durability on them, you would get, ooh man, you'd have a lot of poison on you. Box jellyfish has literally, if not some of the strongest venom ever. You do not want to be attacked by this thing. And it's about the same size, a little heavier than the Indominus Rex. But since you guys decided to shrink yours, it was taller in its upright position. And that has something to do with the gibbon DNA. It can go up forward, and it can go how most dinosaurs go. It can go in its upright position and in its... I don't really know what you want to call that. But I think you know what I'm talking about. It can go upright, or it can go like in the middle position or whatever. And down. Duh. So, yeah, it's pretty dangerous. Do not want to pick a fight with this thing. Yep. And most of its red is its most highly armored areas. So, yeah. Also, if you're on this thing's back, it could lock you in place by stabbing you with its head frail and then start just hitting you multiple doses of box jellyfish venom. That's something you really gotta take into, you really gotta analyze what all the things this thing can do. Because it's a fast thinker, believe me. Almost forgot to mention the python. That gives it pretty good strength within its tails and arms, along with more venom. Now, if you want to tell me that a shrew can deal with box jellyfish, scorpion, and python venom all combined, I'm not going to believe you.